Hello everyone. Today, since I again don't have the opportunity to film with the board, but I do have free time to record some audio, I decided to address a few interesting topics that don't necessarily require the board. I was reading your comments again and came across one particular comment that said something along the lines of that you supposedly must not use the word not or other certain particles. I've heard this kind of thing before. It's something that circulates online and around the world. The idea that you can't use the particle not because our subconscious doesn't recognize it. They say if we say I don't want, the subconscious supposedly hears only I want, and because of that, everything ends up going wrong and nothing works as intended. It's said that if we speak properly and control ourselves by I not using not, then everything will supposedly turn out the way we want. Let's talk about this topic. Actually, not only about the particle not, but about the words we speak, how we speak, and why we speak them. Apart from the not particle, there are many similar judgments out there telling us we should say things one way or another. Let's start with the not particle. This particle is part of our language. For example, in Russian and perhaps in other Slavic languages, but around the world there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different languages. In many of those, such a particle may not exist at all, or their structure of negation might be completely different, yet the laws of the universe remain the same for everyone. Think about how it sounds if I say I don't want it, my subconscious supposedly hears I want it. But if I rephrase it differently, then things will turn out the way I intended. Doesn't that sound just like believing that if a black cat crosses your path, everything will go wrong? It's the same kind of superstition. This is not a life hack, but rather a block, a self-imposed restriction that if you don't meet certain conditions, nothing will work. All these word games are actually blocks, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't pay attention to what you say at all. We often use certain phrases automatically, and some phrases really are like coding ourselves. I've overheard someone recently repeating a certain coded phrase multiple times in a short conversation. It's a kind of programming, but that's a slightly different matter. The main point is what is primary, the word or the thought behind it. The energy and intention come first, not the spoken blah God. When you launch an intention or do anything, any spoken word carries an energetic message. Before I say blah blah blah, I have an energetic impulse. I form a thought, a certain intention. In every word you speak, every comment you write, you embed some energy. And that energy isn't dictated by not or any other particle. It's dictated by the meaning, the thought, the intention behind your words. If we take the topic of intention or manifestation of something material, you don't even have to say anything aloud. Words are extra, a kind of crutch. You don't need to carefully select or phrase something with perfect wording for your intention to work. The primary force is your thought, your energy, your intention. If you think, if I say something incorrectly, my intention might not come true. That thought alone creates a block. It's like saying, if a black cat crosses my path, everything will fail, or if I use the word not, nothing will work. You're giving permission to destroy your own intentions and reality structures. If you tell yourself, if I say something incorrectly, maybe the energy won't manifest. You're placing obstacles in your own path. Instead of focusing on the core thought you want to realize, you start worrying about how to phrase it. That's a distraction. When you form an intention, you need to concentrate on the thought itself. The words are secondary. They're just a tool to help shape your inner image, your mental picture. If you start obsessing over whether you used not or said something incorrectly, who is creating the thought then? Who is shaping your reality if you're fixated on words? You lose sight of what's primary, your energy and intention, and focus on trivialities. If you establish rules like if I avoid the word not and say everything perfectly, my wish will come true, you're just giving yourself a complicated set of conditions. That might produce some results for you because you've created a personal system, but it's an unnecessary set of constraints. It would be much easier to say, I mean exactly what I mean, and let your intention itself, your true energy, govern the outcome regardless of the exact words you use. Don't accept someone else's codifications and rules. You are the creator of your reality. You set your own rules. The universe doesn't rely on your words. Words differ from language to language, from one place to another. The universe deals in energy. The entire cosmos speaks one language, the language of energy. Energy doesn't care whether you said not or any other word. It cares about what you truly meant, what you truly intended. If you say to yourself, oh no, if I say something incorrectly, my intention won't manifest, you create that reality. If instead you say, it doesn't matter how I phrase it, I mean what I mean, and my intention shall become reality, that's what will happen. It's your will that matters, not these artificial rules. All superstitions like black cats, spilled salt, doing this or that for good luck, these are all the same kind of blocks. They only work if you believe in them. If you believe that a black cat crossing your path ruins your day, then it will. If you believe that it means nothing, then nothing will happen. It's the same with words and particles like not. The whole point is to remember that everything is based on energy. I've explained before that the energy of matter is guided by the energy of spirit, meaning the soul forms an energetic blueprint that then takes shape in the material world. That's not about words, that's not about the intention and energy you set. If you think something is impossible, you're setting a block. If you think you cannot have a certain kind of home, job, or opportunity, that's a block. You're declaring to the universe that these options are off the table for you. And since you are the creator of your own reality, the universe will say, oh, right, as you wished, and these things won't manifest. People often say, this can never happen to me, and then wonder why it never does. You've literally closed off that path. To remove such blocks, you must challenge that notion of impossibility and realize everything is possible. You must metaphorically take big egg sledgehammer to the wall you've built by saying it's impossible. When you destroy that wall, you open the door to infinite possibilities. It's essential to break these blocks. Keep destroying them until the feeling of or impossibility turns into the feeling that can happen. When your entire being believes it's possible, that's when your spiritual energy starts interacting with material energy and things begin to manifest. Playing word games, worrying about not or other particles won't give you that. What matters is pure intention, pure thought. That's what really works. Some might say, you could explain all this in 5 minutes. Sure, I could cram everything into 5 minutes, but then it would be just empty words. Facts you'd snack on like popcorn. Nothing would truly sink in. I speak at length so that the message can settle into your understanding. I want this to click inside you, for you to integrate these ideas energetically, not just intellectually. For some, these things are obvious, for others, not at all. It can be hard to make these connections because the system's programming, laid into us since childhood, creates mental templates that we barely notice. We try to break free, seek spirituality, move toward an original pure state because on some level we know that things aren't as they should be. We sense that the world is not operating the way we intuitively feel it should, and we try to fix that. It's actually not that hard to break the system's programming if you understand the principles and start dismantling these beliefs. I hope this information is valuable, that it helps many people work through their blocks. Free yourself from unneeded beliefs that only add extra layers of obstruction, preventing you from working with pure intention. Such beliefs only function as long as you believe in them. If you firmly decide that your intention is primary and words are secondary, your reality will follow your will. I hope that that's what happens for you. That's all for today. I wish you all the best. Take care and break those blocks. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Become a member of my Telegram channel and discuss with like-minded people as a supporting club member.